Our next guests are members of Next Gen, a group headquartered in the Princeton YWCA, right around the corner. Introduce yourselves, please.
My name is Sam Bobila. I'm the Director of Fund Development at the YWCA Princeton.
I'm Samantha McGraw, and I am co-president of the YWCA Princeton Next Gen Board.
And I'm Raya Arbiol. I'm the co-president with Sam at the Next Gen Board.
What is the good work that you do?
So the YWCA Princeton is one of the oldest women's organizations in the nation. We've been around for about 100 years, and we've been at the center of critical social issues such as women's rights, voting rights, and civil rights. Our mission is very bold and iconic, and that's to eliminate racism and empower women. We have several programs that are mission-based that tackle the byproducts of inequality, that being affordability and accessibility. So we have a child care program here in Princeton that also has a bilingual nursery school. We also have a breast cancer resource center that provides support services to breast cancer patients and survivors. And we have an English as a second language program. But what we're really focused on right now is bringing in younger women and women of color to the YWCA. And part of that is through our Next Gen board, which Sam and Raya both serve on.
When we think of the YWCA, there's obviously the physical workout aspect of it, but this has a social purpose.
Right, right. So we have transitioned from what people traditionally think of as the YW, and now we're really focused on mission-based programming. So our Next Gen board is really a board training program for young women.
Yeah, so about 3 years ago in 2016, the YWCA board was in the process of kind of developing their strategic plan. And one of the things that they really wanted to do was start to increase young women involvement in the YWCA mission and on the board. And so after kind of looking at a number of different models, the decision was made to create this Next Gen board, which is essentially a group of young women ages 21 to 34 who are interested in learning about serving on a nonprofit board, so the roles and responsibilities that go along with that, gaining financial literacy, developing leadership skills both professionally and personally, and also being mentored by influential community leaders. So in our mentoring program, we have YWCA board members and other community partners that are mentoring Next Gen members to help them progress personally and professionally through their careers. And fun fact is that the YWCA Princeton Next Gen board is actually one of only 2 Next Gen boards in the country, YWCA Next Gen boards. The other one is out in Pittsburgh.
So this isn't a national program. This is more, something that just happened independently here.
Yes, yeah. And so I think it's something to definitely really be proud about. And we just kind of want to raise awareness about this really unique opportunity for young women in the Mercer County and surrounding area to get involved with the YWCA's mission and just really grow personally and professionally. And we actually do have an application deadline for new members of May 6th this year. So we're really looking for new people to come on, join the board. We have members of all different types of backgrounds, nonprofit, public, private sector, education.
How many are on your board?
We have 13 members right now, but we can go up to 25. So there's a lot of opportunity there.
You have events.
Yes.
We do, yes.
We do have events. So Sam and I have been in this part of the inaugural board since 2016. And throughout those years, we conducted our poetry slam that we did last year. That was a tremendous success. Everybody wants that to happen again, and we're trying to work on that maybe for the next latter part of this year.
One. Hickory Dickory Dock.
And then recently, just a few months ago, we did the RGV. It's a film screening. That was in Princeton Public Library, and that was a success too. We have a lot of attendees, and we saw a lot of people from different walks of life really gather and discuss. Also, there's a panel discussion after the film. So those are the kind of things that we are doing. So right now, the expectation, if you join the board, we have different committees. So we have professional development, events, depending on where your skill sets are. You can share that to the group, or if you want to harness some of your skills in different arena, you can do that as well. The expectation is that we meet as a board once a month, about 2 to 3 hours. And then if you're joining in a committee, it's like they meet as well, either virtually or in person, about like 1 to 2 hours. Those are some of the expectations, but we really do have fun, and we are on a mission all the time, and we stand against racism and empower women.
Yes.
What are some upcoming events?
So a few Next Gen board members serve on our missions committee, and that missions committee is tasked with an annual event called Stand Against Racism, right here. The YWCA and former YWCA Trenton founded the Stand Against Racism in 2007, and that was to really bring awareness about racial justice work going on in the community. And it's now a national program for all YWCAs. So there's 200 of us that participate in April Stand Against Racism. So some Next Gen board members are participating in that. The first kickoff event will be on Thursday, April 25th. There'll be thought-provoking talks, and we're bringing together members of the community to talk about, racial justice issues.
What specific issues?
So our theme this year is building a safe and secure future for women and girls. We felt really energized by the number of women elected to Congress, so we wanted to capitalize that and inspire a new generation of women leaders.
Oh, so you're a training ground here.
Yes. We like to think of ourselves as pioneers.
And then there's also, do you want to talk a little bit about the rally, the youth rally?
Sure. So on Friday, April 26th, we're going to have a open mic and youth rally for all school-age kids and youth here in Heinz Plaza. And that's just to give youth a voice to talk about the racial justice issues and racism in their communities. So we're inviting all youth in the area to either write a poem, write a song, just tell their story, and to congregate on Heinz Plaza that Friday evening. So we're really excited about it. We think youth deserve a voice.
Are there going to be attempts to grow this movement across the YWCAs?
So all 200 YWCAs participate in that. I think we all collectively would love to see some sort of national campaign where we all participated in this together. But right now, each YWCA is independent and has its own Stand Against Racism event. But I think we would all love to just see us come together behind this Stand Against Racism campaign.
What kind of projects are you attempting to develop right now?
Next Gen, I think, is our biggest focus right now, is really trying to engage young women and women of color into the YWCA. We're coming up on our 100th anniversary in 2022, and being nearly 100 years old, there's a new generation of young women like ourselves that want a place in the community. So the Next Gen serves as a sort of ground for them and gives them the space to share their voice with others. And so that's something that we're really proud of and focused on right now.
Yeah, definitely. And there's obviously a lot of different organizations in the Princeton area. And, I think one of the things as part of Next Gen, we'd like to kind of bring organizations together a little bit more and work collaboratively with one another and just learn about the different things that we all support so we can support our mission at the YWCA Princeton. Next Gen, we try to think of kind of like fun, I guess, younger sort of things to do. So we've done
Raves?
No, we've done a happy hour in the past, and we're looking for more social engagement and networking for young professionals, trying to reach out to colleges. A lot of businesses have women's groups as well, trying to connect with them and get everyone in one place, thinking about other fun things like maybe doing book club or paint and sip parties, just to kind of allow for that networking opportunity and expand the reach of Next Gen within the community.
And on that line too, we're really encouraging young women of color to join us, because we really need to show the diversity and how rich the community is, because we're still needing that in our Next Gen board.
Does society lack community centers now, or places that go and that can congregate, make things happen?
So I think yes, but I think so much of our community centers are actually virtual. I think social media has really taken community and redefined it. And so I think we all congregate on the internet in different ways.
At the same time, it's isolating.
Right,
It is,
right.
yeah.
And that's why I think having an organization like the YW that's specifically creating a space for young women is so important.
A real space.
A
Yes.
real space, not a virtual. Well, we do have a virtual space. You can follow us on social media at YWCA Princeton, but there's an actual space for young women in the community to come together. And that's what's so neat about Next Gen is, you know, I think we're the first in New Jersey to have this kind of board development program specifically for young women. And I think our generation of young women feel like, I want to get involved somehow, and how do I do that?
Are you starting at, say, high school age, trying to bring women along with this, or is it more young adult?
More young adult, like 21 to 34. But like the YW has like some engagement programs too for the younger.
We have a robotics program, which is also a toddler, so to speak, in terms of programs. It's only about 4 or 5 years old. But the robotics program is competitive, it's elite, and it's all girls of color. They're middle school and high school age that engineer robots, and they compete on a state and national level. Actually,
Are they fighting robots? Or?
yeah, they're fighting robots.
they are?
It's actually
Okay.
really cool. They actually went
There's
to.
not enough fighting robots shows on
There's
television.
really not. They just went to state championships a few weeks ago, and this group of girls is just personally inspiring to me, because when I was growing up, there was no such thing as girls in STEM. So to see these young middle school girls and high school girls building robots and coding and doing things.
Are they doing the welding? And
I don't. They're
This is complicated.
doing stuff I haven't
You have to be
seen.
handy with a lot of skills.
Yeah.
I think it's just really cool to me, and it's really exciting that there's a space for young girls and also young women.
Now, if they wanted to have people come to the YWCA, have a robot battle there and film it.
We could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that.
I should join your board. Oh, I'm an old bald guy. I can't.
So the Next Gen board is really like a training ground. So most of our former members are everywhere in the country now, like doing their own thing. One of our original co-president, she is now part of the
National
office of the YWCA board, and so it really works. So if you are really young women that you would like to make a difference in your community and have a training ground and be in a group of empowering women and very inspiring, and have that mentorship that are provided by the big board, really join us. And when is the deadline again?
May
Sam?
6th.
May 6th.
May 6th. Definitely want all applications
The
in.
number of women college graduates these days is very high. I think it's more than males.
Yes.
Yet women still face particular problems in the workplace. And as young adults in the workplace, you're facing some of them. So you're at the same time serving on this board, yet and out there dealing with the real problems.
Yeah, so an interesting point about that is, from my perspective, being so young, I am not necessarily privy to a lot of things that the women before me went through, in the workforce and things like that. And one of the things that's really awesome about the mentorship program is we're going to have meetings every 2 months where the whole group gets together, the mentors and the mentees, and we just kind of talk about
The mentees.
what's going on.
Don't mentees me.
And, we are sharing, the mentors are sharing their experiences of being sexually harassed at work and, other things that I personally have not heard a lot about, but it's really important for me to know exist and happen to understand where we are today. That's why I really loved the Ruth Bader Ginsburg film documentary
Yes.
that we screened, because I learned so much about the history of women in that film, and it just gave me such an amazing perspective on where we were and how we got to where we are today.
I also think what's really important about Next Gen is that the message that we're sending to our Next Gen board members is that you don't have to do it alone. And we're talking about my peer group. I mean, you're talking about women 21 to 34 who are recent college grads. Maybe they might still be in grad school. They're getting married. They're having babies. They're starting a family. They're paying their mortgage. So it can feel really overwhelming. And the message that we're sending to them is you don't have to do it alone. There are women who have gone down this path before you, and they'll be there for you, which is a great experience to have the mentorship with our larger board, to show the Next Gen board that you don't have to do it alone.
Yeah.
It's also a good place to meet people.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because we all need to do that and get out of our,
Yeah.
Right. That virtual community center that we're all so
where you
used
actually
to.
talk to live human beings. But you're human beings, right? Yeah.
Maybe.
And that mentorship it's not just like every 2 months. Like you can have an ongoing relationship with your mentor, and it's up to you. And you're really matched with whoever, like, your interests, your skill set, like whatever you want to learn. You are really intricately matched with a great mentor. So it's a great program.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity too. So for me professionally, I work in the nonprofit realm, and I haven't been in like the corporate or the private sector. So it's a good opportunity if you are thinking about maybe moving to other types of industries to connect with people who are in them, so you can learn a little bit more about, like, is this the right decision for me, and just kind of run your questions by them. I think
gives
it's
you a
really
broader
valuable.
experience.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes, ability to connect with people you might otherwise not have, just given your sphere of operation.
Well, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having
Thank you.
us.
And we will have
Great.
information about how to contact you on the screen.
Sounds good.
YMCA is on a mission.
Yeah. Next Gen Board, we're building .org about Next Gen, and we're building the next generation of women.
Yes.
So watch out and join us.
Yes.
May 6th
definitely.
is the deadline for the application for this cycle.
But there'll be another cycle.
Yes.
Oh, yes. They'll be constantly occurring. Yes. So if you're not ready for May, there's more opportunities to join in the future.
Well, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.